Priestess here. We have another settlement over here where there was actually a barrier site discovered. And over here, family, in the middle used to be a very important building. Now it got destroyed, guys, by the Spaniards, guys. Okay, so please follow me all the way away from these people, mainly because I have social inside. So let's go that way, guys. Right?
Alors,
Let's go this way. Watch your step, please.
ça se dit que celle-là, c'est la seule ville de Maya qui serait terminée entre les murailles. C'est pas vrai, mais oui.
Okay, family. That's all over here. Okay, let's go under the shade. Let me explain a few things over there, guys, so I don't put you in the sun too much, okay? Okay, family, let's go under the shade for a little bit, guys. Let me explain a couple of things over here, and we'll continue that way in just a little bit, guys, okay? So please, come on this side, and I'll explain a little bit more, guys, okay? So, family, first thing first, guys, okay? Now we're inside of Tulum, guys, right? But this area, in reality, guys, way back in the days wasn't called Tulum, guys, okay? Exactly what happened here, guys, well, the year was 1721. That's when Hernan Cortes came over here, guys, okay? And whenever he came over here, family, he literally stood over there where I told you that that building got destroyed, guys, okay? He stood over there in the middle, and he was surrounded by Mayan people, guys, okay? And he spoke Spanish, but the Mayan people didn't speak Spanish at all, guys, right? So over there in the middle, he literally was like, so where are we? He just went like that around, and Mayan people just looked at him, and they were just like looking around, and they were like, Tulum? And in reality, guys, the Mayans thought he was actually asking, so what is that around? And what you see around? Look, it's the wall. So guess what they said? Tulum. And guess what Tulum means? Wall, okay? So that's why this area is called Tulum. But in reality, guys, if you look at the old maps, still some new maps sometimes have it in this area, guys, that is really called Sama, okay, with an S. A lot of people spell it with a Z, but it's with the S, guys, okay? Sama means two things, guys, okay? Sun over a cliff, because there's a cliff over there, guys, and sunrise, guys, okay? Because the sun rises right behind the palace over here, guys, okay? Tulum is covered by 5 walls, guys, okay? We can only see 3 walls, guys, okay? That is the north that way, south is this way, west is this way, and east is on this side, guys, okay? So you can only see these walls, guys, okay? Only with the ones on this side and the one on the front. The 4th wall is the cliff. The 5th wall, guess what it is? You have the 2nd largest barrier reef in the world right here in front of you, guys, okay? So when Hernan Cortes and a lot of other Spaniards and French people and a lot of other conquistadors, guys, they started coming here. When they started coming here, they didn't know about this reef over here, guys, okay? So what they did, they crashed a lot of their boats over here, guys, okay? So they thought this was an island, guys, okay? So they were like, okay, let's just go around and we just go to the other side. They never thought that this was a whole entire country, guys, okay? Continent, to be exact, guys, right? So they went to all around the island. That's how they discovered Women Island, you know, Isla Mujeres, and Cozumel Island, guys, okay? Women Island is called Women Island, guys. The reason why is that it's covered by a lot of actual statues of ladies. And what that lady is, it's Ixchel, okay? Well, it's spelled I-X-C-H-E-L, guys, okay? Ixchel, that's what it's spelled. But what it is, guys, is actually the goddess of the moon, okay? That's why they call it Women Island, because it was covered by a lot of different actual statues of women, guys, okay? So when Hernan Cortes came around, guys, okay, when he went around, he landed in Veracruz. When he landed to Veracruz, he went to the Mexicas, which was the central Mexico, and the Mexicas and the Mayans were having a little battle back then, guys, okay? So he convinced them, guys, okay? He convinced them to actually come over here and join them to actually kick the Mayans out. but they never actually guessed that the Mayans were really active on actual war and all that stuff, guys. Okay, Mayans back in the days, they were considered the good people, the helpers, the scientists, the mathematicians, the doctors, a lot of different things, guys. Okay, because they discovered a lot of different things. So they thought they were weak, but they never thought, guys, that they were actually a very strong tribe, guys. Okay, so when they got over here, family, they were coming on the boats with, like, I would say 600 people the most. When they got over here, guys, they only got here with 98 people total, guys. Okay, the reason why is that they were going through jungle, they were going through a lot of different areas, guys, and a lot of people actually got diseases, they got attacked by animals, they died in accidents and stuff like that, guys. Okay, so that's why when they got here, guys, they got very little bit of people, guys. Okay, so this is not Tulum, guys, this is called Sama in reality, guys. Okay, and as well, family, in this region, guys, okay, you will see a lot of different areas that the rocks in every single infrastructure is painted different colors, guys. Okay, I would say the main color that you see over here, guys, is orange. And orange, guys, represents here people, water, or life. Okay, so whenever you see orange anywhere, guys, it's indicating you that there's either people close or there's water close to you, so you can find it really near you, guys. Okay, for example, if we can walk that way, guys, because we're gonna walk this way in a little bit, let's walk that way, guys, and then we can come back this way. Okay, because anyways, the exit is on this side, guys. Okay, so please follow me over here, guys, and I have a couple of pictures to show you in just a little bit, guys, how this area really used to look. Okay, everybody thinks it's actually gray and depressing, guys, and it wasn't like this back in the days. This area had life, it had color, guys. Okay, main color that all this infrastructure had was turquoise, guys. Okay, that was the main color that this area was covered with, guys. Okay, so let's go over here to the middle, guys, and let me explain a couple of more things. Okay, come over here.
Mira, Tulum solía ser un puerto local, es decir, aquí comenzaban, se transportaban. Toda esta plataforma que está aquí salía aquí al mercado.
Alright, so we'll stop in the palm trees over here in the middle, and that's where I can tell you everything about this area, guys. Okay? So let's stop over here under the shade, and trust me, I don't want to go over there yet, guys, because I want those people to get out of there so you can have nice, beautiful pictures, guys, right in front of the palace. Okay, so let's just stay away from them. And also, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I keep saying it, but I have soldier inside me. Okay, so please, let's go over here. Please, family, stay under the shade, guys. I know it's not very much, but we can probably fit here, guys. Okay, so family, over here, guys, you will see that there's 4 watchtowers mainly over here, guys. Okay, there's a watchtower way over there. You can see it sticking out of the actual vegetation over there, guys. Okay, that's one watchtower. If you take a look over here, guys, there's another one. There's a tiny little one sticking his head out over there, taking a little sun bath. So there's 4 watchtowers over here, guys. Okay, so there's one over here, another one over here, another one on the very corner over there on the right hand side, and another one on the left hand side, guys. Okay, so what those actual watchtowers were, guys, is actually an indication of one very important thing, and that is Orion's belt, guys. Okay, Orion's belt have 4 actual stars on the side, guys, and 3 stars in the middle. Okay, those are the 4 stars on the side, and the 3 stars in the middle are the building that they got completely destroyed, the temple of the columns, and then the palace, guys. Okay, that's what makes the 3 lines the 3 buildings align, guys. Okay, just like the stars in the Orion's belt, guys. Okay, so as well, behind you right here, it's the very first building ever built in this area, and that is La Casa del Gran Señor, the house of the great sir, guys. Okay, and that is the very first high ruler in here, guys. Right, the building over here on the left hand side, guys, never got actually done. The reason why is that is the very first highest priestess on this area, guys. Okay, but guess what, after he was named high priestess, they started building his house, and he died later on, like 6 months later, guys. Okay, so they never finished his house. And here there's a tradition, family, that whenever there's somebody that passes away, Mayans never had any burial sites completely, guys, okay? Like they put their family underground. What they would do, they would make a hole, actually, guys, okay? Remember, they were over there in the entrance, I was like, look, this is a burial site and stuff. So they would make that hole, guys, and instead of putting the body there, guess what they put every single thing that you love, guys, okay? So if you had Hot Wheels, Xbox, or whatever, guys, you will put it in there, okay? So myself, guys, that's what I would put there, honestly. Even my dog, I think, I don't know. This is what would happen, guys. And then they will actually block the hole, guys. And guess what they would do? They will put a bed of rock right on top of it, and that's where they would put your body, guys, okay? And they would stuff you with flowers and spices, guys, okay? And they would shower your body down with fragrance oil, and then they would actually roll you up, guys, in like a fabric thing, guys, okay? So like that, whenever your body's rotting away, guys, it doesn't smell that bad, guys, okay? But can you imagine that thing in the middle of your house, guys, with the body just rotting away? I mean, it has to be in between a sweet and disgusting smell inside your house, guys, okay? So this is why whenever somebody would die, they would just leave it alone, and they will build another house for the next person, guys, okay? They would never actually reuse the house, guys, okay? So let's say High Priestess died a couple of months after he was named High Priestess. Then the second High Priestess came along, which is over here, guys, okay? The building in the middle. That's the second High Priestess. Also known for about 50-75 years, guys. I would say, yeah, about 75 years the most, as the Temple of Sunny. And I will tell you why in just a little bit whenever we go over there, guys, okay? So these are the High Priestess, High Priestess and High Ruler. Those were the very first two persons, the most important things over here. And then you can see every single little settlement over here, guys. Those little square were actually settlements of different houses over here, guys, okay? And one cool thing about this area, family, is that if you are ever bored at your house, guys, okay, please do it. It's so much fun, guys. You can go to Google, put Tulum, print out the map of Tulum, and go to constellations of stars, guys, okay? Print out the map of the constellations of stars. Grab a needle, guys, and poke every single star in that paper, guys, right? Turn off the lights in your room, put the map of Tulum on the bottom, the map of the constellations on top, guys, and turn on the flashlight. When you move it around, it will actually connect to every single infrastructure in here, guys, okay? But guess what? Mayans during that time, they didn't have any telescopes or anything like that, guys, okay? So what they would do, and how would they actually know that this area, guys, needed to be aligned with constellations of stars? Well, so we have something over here, guys, that we are going into World War III, guys, okay? This is why we are going into World War III, literally. It's not lithium, it's this, and also, well, lithium, guys, okay? Which lithium? It's nothing but minerals, guys, heat up into a certain stage, and then you can turn it into lithium, guys, okay? But this right here is called obsidian. You probably heard it before. This is a volcanic glass, guys, okay? But what does this do? It actually collects energy inside, guys, okay? How does it do exactly? So Mayans, way back in the days, they didn't have any telescopes or anything, guys, okay? So what they did have, they have obsidian. And obsidian, it actually stores energy. And how exactly does it store it? Well, you see the flashlight in here, so take a look. It's storing the energy barely inside, guys, okay? So this is how they would do it, guys, okay? You can see barely the light of the flashlight inside the crystal, guys, okay? So guess what they will use this as for, guys, okay? Whenever there's an eclipse, mainly moon eclipse at night, you know, it actually brights up the whole sky. Well, parts of the sky, guys, okay? And if you look at the sun, obviously it's gonna burn your eyes, guys, okay? But right beside the sun during the eclipse, you can see one planet, and that is Venus, guys, okay? So guess what actual building is here aligned with Venus as well? The main building, the palace, guys, okay? And this is how they would do it. They will grab the obsidian, guys, right in front of the sun, and they will look through this they will look through this, guys, at the eclipse, and they will move it around, and they will see every single constellation around here, guys. And that's how they actually align every single infrastructure around here, guys, okay? So the other thing, family, is that they did not just use it here. After that, guys, every single tribe all around Mexico started using it. Again, what is that? Volcanic glass. Where's the closest volcano to here? Guatemala, okay? So at about, I would say, the year 400 AD, we have one of the biggest eruption, and all that debris got down here, guys, okay? And this is why you can still dig around here, guys, and find little bits and pieces of obsidian around here, guys, okay? Mexico really didn't produce obsidian until actually the volcano, guys, erupted and all that debris got over here, guys, okay? So this is how they align all the constellations, mainly Orion's belt, guys, okay? And Orion's belt is one of the hardest constellations to actually look for, guys, okay? And they found it. So these Mayan people were very, very smart. They had a lot of different technology, guys, and honestly they were very smart, they were very intelligent, but I'm not gonna lie, I really think they did actually lack a little bit of common sense, honestly, sometimes, guys, right? For example, just to show you guys, this is how Tulum used to really look like back in the days. Gracias. So, like I said, Tulum had a lot of different colors, guys. It had lights. It had a lot of different things around here, guys. Okay. So this is the reconstructor image, guys, that we have done around these areas. But this is how really Tulum was painted way back in the days, guys. Okay. It had orange. It had turquoise. And where did these colors came from? Believe it or not, it came from all these little plants around here, guys. Okay. And what they would do, you see that orange little flower that is sticking out over there, guys? That is the orange where they would grab it, guys, okay? The turquoise, it would come from that same plant. They would dig it up, they would grab the actual roots of the plants, they would leave it by the sun, they would make little shreds and pieces, guys, put it in a pot with seashells. Seashells make you a chemical reaction like bleach almost, so they will boil it up, and that actually would turn orange, guys, okay? Excuse me, just to give you a little example, guys. Have you ever popped the hood of your car and then you look at the battery? The battery sometimes loses white substance, okay? If you don't clean it up and you leave it there, what does it do? It starts going from green to turquoise, guys, okay? So that is basically what you're doing. You're making rustiness right in front of you, guys, okay? So once all that actually boils, all the color will stick on the side. You can swipe it off, guys, and grab limestone here, guys, and smash it up, make a paste, and then you can start coming over here, guys, and start painting everything around here with that paste, guys, okay? And this is how they will do it. We're gonna go over there, guys, where we can check out the cenote, because there's a tiny cenote over here, and I'm gonna show you how they would store water here, guys, okay? So please walk with me over here, please, and let me grab one of these little flowers as well, guys, and let me show you how they make colors here, guys, okay? So please, let's walk over here, guys. And this building right here, this is La Casa del Cenote, okay? The house of the well, guys, okay? The reason why is that there was no running water here, guys, okay? So this is how they will actually grab water for this area, guys, okay? This is where they will store water. Up there was the temple of Itzel, guys, okay? The god of the moon. Also, they will use it for storing water down here, guys, okay? So all of that water, whenever it will rain, it will come down here, family, okay? And it will actually wash down this area over here. And this area, you can see they made a artificial waterfall, guys, okay? With limestone. What limestone do, guys? They have a lot of minerals inside, guys, okay? This rock has a lot of minerals inside, and whenever the water will run down, it will get mineralized, guys, and then they will start throwing ashes inside, okay? They will burn wood and all that stuff. They will throw ashes inside, and that's how they will take the bacteria inside the water, and then you can be it can be consumable, guys, okay? So this is how they will store the water. And take a look over here. Remember what I told you about orange? Remember I said people, water, life? Take a look at this. There's orange over here, guys, okay? And you can see there's orange actually painted on the rocks over there, and orange all under this area as well, guys, okay? And there's a few Mexican chickens in there, guys, having a little sun bath. And let me see if I can find a little piece of paper, guys, to show you how would they do it way back in the days, guys, with these colors over here, okay? If not, let me see. Yeah, I have one over here. So we just passed some flowers, guys, okay? The orange little flowers. Let me see if I can do it with my sickness motion medication. So yeah, you'll see why on the next activity. You'll see why. So take a look, okay? This is the little flowers, guys, okay? They will take out everything from the inside, okay? They will take all this off over here, and they will grab this little flowers. They will smash it up a little bit just to start a little reaction, and guess what they would do? Okay, you can see it right away, okay? So this is how they will grab orange in here, guys, okay? But honestly, guys, guess what it was? imagine how many of these little flowers would you need to paint all this area, okay? Now, the worst thing to do around that time, guys, is having kids. Why? Because the kids will actually do all this work, guys, okay? They will go around picking up all these actual flowers and digging up all the actual roots and everything, and that's how they will actually produce coloring here, guys, okay? So you do not want it to be a kid during that time, guys, all right? Also, we have another almond tree right in front of us, right on top of us, guys. And be careful, because even sometimes, guys, under this holes in here, you will have the Mexican chickens, guys, okay, the iguanas, guys, right? So please take a picture of this area, guys, and then we can walk that way in just a little bit, guys, right? There's a female over here. This one is a female, guys, you can see. And these ones, how you can tell if there's a female or a male? Male ones are way bigger, and male ones are called garrobos. And these are black striped iguanas. And take a look at the tail, guys, okay? Take a look at the tail. You see, most of the tail is actually a different color, okay? What they do over here, whenever they feel threatened, they grab the back leg, guys. They tear apart their legs. And like that, they can hop on 2 legs, guys, and start running faster, okay? So this is why they have the actual tail, guys, like that, okay? It regenerates itself, guys, right? So please, let's go this way now, pal. Okay? Follow me over here, pal.
Remember,
I'm asking. Up to you.
No, he will go with you. So far, you will see the real Jesus, guys. Like I said, okay? So please be careful. Like I said, just be careful with them. They will whip you so bad, guys. Okay? Let me see from here. Oh yeah, look. You see on the wall over there, that is the main entrance where we used to enter, guys. You see the wall over there by the rocks. You can see a couple of rocks actually being a little bit orange, guys. So the whole entire wall all around us was actually orange. So like that, if you are out there hunting or you need some help or anything like that, you can look in towards this area, guys. You will see that everything's orange over here, and then you can come inside and ask for some help. But this is what happened, family. If you were at Mayan, you're fine. You can come in here. You can ask for some help. Everything will be cool, guys. Everything will be cool, okay? But if you were from other tribes, best thing to do is run away from here, guys, okay? Or they will grab you, and guess what they will do? Sacrifice you at the end of the day over there on top of the actual palace, guys, okay? So please, guys, be careful with the area around here. All these rocks, guys, are not solid, okay? So please be careful, okay? Again, let's start going this way, guys, right? You can see again the watchtower, the building over here, family, okay? Let me explain something. This building, guys, is kind of tricky, kind of funny at the same time. The reason why, like I said, this area was known for about a good 75 years, guys, as the Temple of Sunny. Tulum didn't become actual an archaeological site, guys, until 1902. So during 1902, the Mayans gave this area to the government, guys, okay? Military people came over here and cleared this area. But there was one military person, guys, that had a genius idea, and he put his name inside this building, guys, okay? So archaeologists for a long time, they came over here and they called this the Temple of Sunny, which is ridiculous. Why? Because I'm gonna explain a couple of things why, guys, okay? Please get closer and let me show you over here, guys. Okay? Like, let's go a little bit on the sun so you can hide from the sun. Take a look on the second doorway, okay? Over here. On the right hand side of the second doorway, you can see letters perfectly over there, guys, almost fading away. You can see S-O-N, and it looks like a G, but it's actually an I, guys, okay? So Sonny came over here and put his name, guys, okay? When he died, he actually on the hospital bed, he was telling his daughter, you know the Temple of Sunny inside Tulum? And the daughter was like, yeah. And they have actually recording. You can look it up on YouTube, guys. And she was like, yeah. He was like, well, that temple, it's my temple. And the daughter was like, how? I mean, you weren't there during that time. How is this your temple? So he finally said, you know that name that everybody finds inside the building written down? He's like, that's my name. That's Sunny. So I am the owner of this area. So when he finally did that, guys, this area became a big question mark, guys, okay? So they're still looking up on who it is really, the name of these actual high priests over here. But as well, this is where it actually makes me want to grab all the archaeologists, guys, and strangle them to death, literally. The reason why is that, take a look at it again. That's letters. Mayans never had letters. They had hieroglyphics. So I'm just saying, like, how did you not think about it for a little bit that that's not actually, you know, old inscription? That is modern actual inscription, you know? So this is why this actual area, guys, right here, it's a big question mark, guys, okay? So another thing, family, those metal things that you find over there, guys, they are barely being swept right now. Those are old. I would say those are from the 1990s, guys. So that is not accurate information, okay? If you read them, trust me, there's a lot of inaccurate information on those things, guys, okay? This is why they're redoing right now this area, guys, okay? Usually we could go over there to the beach, guys. Right there is the beautiful beach. And whenever I finish, guys, you can go behind the building over there and you can check out the cliff, okay?